Now, I've often mentioned us having the God gene. Then I thought to myself, how can I conceptualize what the God gene is? And then it hit me. Henrietta Lacks, the woman who had immortal cells. And guess where she was from? Would you guess where she was from?
Some of the most important advancements in modern medical research can ultimately be traced back to a black woman who worked on a tobacco farm before World War II. Her name was Henrietta Lacks. In February 1951, Lacks was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cervical cancer at the Johns Hopkins Hospital. Unbeknownst to her, a sample of her cells was sent to a tissue lab. A cell biologist isolated and then multiplied it.
As it turned out, the cells did not die, as would normally be the case. And in fact, they were doubling at this phenomenal rate. They would just keep replicating.
Although these weren't the first human cells to be grown in a lab, this was the first time they survived more than a few days.
Roanoke, Virginia. You see, they've been giving us clues this entire time. We've just been too broke to pay attention. I keep telling you all we have the God gene. And you know what? When we wake up, the entire planet wakes up.
So some people refer to HeLa cells as quote-unquote immortal. They're immortal really because they have a trait of basically having like this insatiable appetite to grow and then replicate again and again and again. This behavior or this trait is really a reflection of two hallmarks of cancer. One is this uncontrolled proliferation. And this uncontrolled proliferation is driven by this autonomous or kind of self-sustaining signal for the cells to keep growing, and just ignoring, kind of that red light signal to stop. The other aspect is ability to evade cell death, or apoptosis. And this ability to evade cell death really results in when the cell tells itself that it is time to die, it does not die. So you can imagine if you're continuing to grow and you don't die, they are in essence immortal.
But I mean, it makes you wonder, have they been using these immortal cells for good or evil? I mean, since her passing, cancer and diseases have skyrocketed.
Because you know all of this is a game. It's a scam. Cancer's a scam. You gonna tell me I'm gonna walk for cancer research and we gonna sell sugar cookies and eat cupcakes and pink cookies and shit? The fuck are we talking about? When cancer cells grow off of white sugar. Fuck you mean? Give you $1 for some cancer research. Let me get off this thing. Know when you being played. Know when you at war. Yeah, Susan G. Komen and, my grandmama, granddaddy, and everybody else died from cancer. Breast cancer, aunties, cousins. And they got you putting your titty in a goddamn microwave full of radiation. Oh, I'm sorry, that's called a mammogram. Wake up. What sense that make?
Now, I've been telling you all that the bloodline comes through the mother. And ironically, they found these immortal cells in a woman. She is the giver of life. Her womb is where we come from. The truth has been here the entire time. It seems like to me, since we have the God gene, we should have the best health. But that's just not the case. We have the worst health in the nation.
And you putting your titty up in the thing. I got my mammogram. See, we love each other. Let's take care of each other. Ladies, take care of your body. Get your mammogram. Sounding like fucking fools. No, it's ready. It's time. My language it suits what's going on.
We not only have to deal with poverty and the lack of education, but we also have to deal with poor health.
I've been seeing people lie so long. I've seen my mom do this for the longest. Giving people the winning lottery numbers to health. And they sitting up playing. And then it's those that do every single thing that they're told, because we're just waking up the knowledge that you already have inside of you. You were born with the knowledge to heal yourself.
Is there no end to our misery? Is there no end to our suffering? Why do we keep getting the shortest end of the stick? Not only do we get the shortest end of the stick, but we also get beat with it.
You'll never see a white person get in his car, go down to a black neighborhood on a Saturday morning, get out and go into a black store and buy anything made by a black person. But neither will you see any Asians coming out of Chinatown, going into a black community buying anything. Everybody supports their own structure except black folk. That's why out of 36 million black folk, after 400 years in this country, you do not have one single solitary black business district in the entire United States. That is naivete, it is insultive, and it's grossly offensive to black folk because you're creating problems for yourselves by not belling up to the bar and accepting responsibility of amassing wealth and capital, creating economic basis, creating an entrepreneurial class, creating businesses, creating jobs that will hire your own people, creating money to take care of your own public services, your lights, your gas.
The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nub. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother.
The Afro-Americans are getting damn angry.
What he's trying to say is I said we don't want to be called Negroes. I explain why.
There is no single voice for the American Negro today. Some of us are disillusioned. Some of us are frustrated. Many are angry. We're difficult to know, harder to understand.
It's like hell to live up here. Well, the conditions, the housing conditions here is something terrible. The rats, the mice, the roaches. It isn't very pleasant, I can tell you that. The people wants to have something to hold on to, but they have nothing. The salaries are small, the rents are big, and the people just can't get along on anything.
Everything currently being said about Kamala Harris was said about her when she ran for president, and no one seemed to have a problem then. Kamala was supposed to be Obama 2.0.
It doesn't matter who you are, or where you come from, or what you look like, or where you love. It doesn't matter whether you're black or white, or Hispanic, or Asian, or Native American, or young or old, or rich or poor, able, disabled, gay or straight. You can make it here in America if you're willing to try.
And once her track record was exposed, she lost favor with the people. Did her track record get better? Of course not. It's just 4 years later. You all didn't care about Kamala Harris because you all had Hillary Clinton. And what you all don't want to admit is you all felt like Hillary was a way better candidate than Miss Harris. But wait a minute. Hillary is white and Kamala is black, as you all say. So maybe you all felt that the white candidate was better than the black one. No. You all would never do that. No. You all are too woke for that. You all would never pick a white candidate over a black one. But you gotta admit, it is kind of confusing because 1 minute she's Indian, the next minute she's black, the next minute she's biracial, the next minute she's American. It's all a bit much. I haven't heard anyone supporting her actually mention her policies.
Okay.
Is an Indian recipe.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about to have you running for president.
Yeah.
So we're both Indian,
Yes.
but actually we're both South Indian.
Yes. You look like the entire one half of my family.
Okay, thank you.
You do.
I've been telling people
You
we're
do.
related already,
Yeah.
so this is perfect. It's basically true. And so were you raised eating South Indian food?
South Indian food. Lots of rice and yogurt, potato curry, dal, lots of dal, idli.
And I guess the irony of it all is people are actually upset because you dare to bring up her track record. I hear bashing her because she's a woman. I hear bashing her because she's black. I hear bashing her because she has a white husband. I hear all these things, but really, you know what I hear through all of that smoke and manure? I hear, don't hold Joe Biden and Kamala Harris accountable until Donald Trump is out of office. But accountability is all about character. So if you don't hold someone accountable now, there's no way you're going to hold them accountable later.
She is a black woman.
Okay, that's why I agree with that.
I
agree with that. But is she African American? No. But is she African American? There's a difference. There's nothing wrong with that. No one is trying to take anything away from her.
Let's go down into her lineage.
I think you're falling. I think you're falling into the trap of that. All she had to do was say, "I am black, but I'm not African American." That's it.
Don, I'm not falling in a trap. I'm not falling in. Let me finish. Hold on. I'm not falling into a trap by that. When she goes down her lineage, many Africans landed in Jamaica and all these other Caribbean islands. So she could indeed be African American mixed with others. But she is
Jamaica's not America.
But she is a black woman. She was born
did not
here.
Come out of Jim Crow.
Okay, well let's go into Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz was born in Canada.
I'm not talking about Ted Cruz. This is not about Ted Cruz. You're changing the subject.
But you know what? We cannot. It was hypocrisy. I'm not changing the subject.
Yes, you are.
She's a black woman. I don't know what you want.
Cruz.
Okay.
Can I just say something here? I think there's two.
Is included when you do reparations. That is the people who bear the cost. Those are descendants of American chattel slaves. Because it's not just about like experiencing racism. It's about who built the country and who has been kind of bottom casted. So there has to be some economic redistribution to American descendants of slavery.
There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on Report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised.